I'm Will, he, him, and I play Moxie, she, her.
I'm Sarah, she, her, and I play Freya, she, her.
I'm Steve, he, him, and I play Aura, he, him.
I'm Imi, she, her, and I play Amaya, she, her.
I'm Mike, he, him, and I'm playing Eugene Bannatyne, he, him.
I'm Ruthie, she, they, and I play Sentinel/Jax, they, them.
I'm Charlie, he, him, and I'm your DM. Welcome back, Mike.
Yay!
You look different.
He's back.
I've grown.
So much taller. You've come out of your pillow cocoon.
Yeah.
To a beautiful butterfly.
I can't fly though.
Oh.
Wait, no, I thought you did good.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. And I have more flying
Float.
spells.
Kind of floats. Gently, right.
Float.
Okay, so.
And I just wanted you to know that I'm not going to interrupt you at all.
Thank you.
Because that would be really quite horrible.
It would.
Yeah, so just so you know.
Yeah, thank you.
No interruptions from now on.
I will be very surprised, but okay. Okay. So, you guys. Yes, Mike.
I was putting my hand up.
Okay, cool.
That wasn't an interruption.
20 quid I've ever made.
Right. You guys are on your way back from a wonderful pirate adventure. So you completed the map last in Del Nori. You sailed off into the Broken Sea with the crew of the Oddmium Trist, led by Captain Rhys Killard and Detrius, their first mate. And you went to two secret tombs, two secret locations.
Such a prick.
First of which was Galanray, where Moxie found a rock pearl. You defeated a creature called the Loyalist. Aura found out that a little bit about Zarlumai, allegedly the place where he was originally from in some way, or maybe his ancestors were from. You then went to the second tomb, which was the Seal Sanctum on the map. It was a hollowed out island that you found that had been turned into a puzzle to hide a sequester stone. When you touched that, you were transported to a demi-plane of some sort called the King's Hold, where you met Lerolith, who was the kind of butler / creator of this world many thousands of years ago. I think
He's
that
my butler
he said
now.
around, he is your butler now, around 40,000 years ago, when the place was created. And the prison beneath this mansion was called the King's Hold, designed to trap and imprison Enthor and
It wasn't a very good prison.
well, it was repurposed after the Great Unbinding. So the ones above came down, they were like, we're going to use this shit, it's great, we're going to use it as a place to hide.
Is that the exact quote of the gods?
They're like, we're going to use this King's Hold that you made, because Enthor's no longer in the picture, he fucked off to the edge. So we're going to use this and we're going to hide.
I really hope this is how they speak.
Yeah, we're going to hide burrowing there. We're going to use this. We're going to put a big seal in the middle of it, and we're going to hide a burrowing there. And you guys found that. So you found this great seal, and Detrius revealed himself to actually be Xethir in disguise, using some kind of polymorph spell. And you fought Xethir, the last disciple, and it was pretty brutal. But eventually, you killed him. His lantern exploding, sucking the disquisition thing from his body that seemed to be keeping him alive, and disappearing. You entered the burrowing, you found a surgepyre, tower of glass, and you learn, Moxie found a special teleportation circle sigil within a little hideout next to the surgepyre, and you guys decided that this place is alright, it's going to be ours. And
This is all right.
Moxie took the sigil, you spoke to a dead body, and then you decided to leave and to seal it off. Yeah, you smashed the great seal, or remains of it, to pieces, collapsing the tunnel, and then you used the teleportation stick to bamf back up.
Actually, that's a point. How much is property worth here?
What, in a burrowing?
Well, that as well, but just in general, like...
Oh, it's very...
Could we buy a house?
Yeah,
I'm planning on buying a
where.
bar in my downtime.
Shack in a house in a field, probably. In the middle of Sahara? Absolutely not.
So it's more than like thousands of gold.
Depends where it is. If it's in the middle of a city, it'll be more.
Oh, fair enough.
They have more like mortgages.
You could speak to the coin.
What's the interest rates at the moment?
No idea. I don't work at the coin.
It's not like you wrote this, this well already.
I'm just the theoretical. I'm just a DM.
You're a guide.
I'm just the theory of the DM.
I'm just a guy.
Right.
We need to find a house guy.
So very quickly, you set sail back to Del Nori, and unfortunately, the captain, a victim of the fight with Xethir, you had to break the news to the crew.
Oh, so sad.
And they were pretty sad about that.
At least they got to see half of them.
Jesus Christ. It's okay. We've got his
They did
legs.
see part of him. That's true. But after kind of reconciling with the crew, you discovered that Detrius was in fact alive, and he was underneath all the cargo in the hull. And you dragged him out. Freya and Sentinel kind of tending to him quickly, giving him water, food,
Lol.
because he'd been under there for a very long time.
All that alcohol. I would have given him some alcohol as well.
I did give him whiskey.
Yeah, so that's what I listened to it, and I was thinking there's whiskey bottles in the corner. There's also beer bottles in the corner.
Okay, yeah. Eugene snuck in some beers.
Pints. Fucking down it.
He seemed pretty worse for wear, but after he gained some of his strength back, did some meditation with Freya. He seemed to have cast off his god Onru, but he revealed to you guys that he'd in being connected with Xethir, so that Xethir could use the power of his patron to convince everyone that he was in fact Detrius. There was a kind of two-way connection, and Detrius learned a lot about Xethir, and you found out that his next plans were not just to get as many surgepyres as possible, but also to find these things called the pieces of terror, which are like the fragments of a chaotic heartstone that he once forged in order to give a vessel to his god, and that vessel was destroyed during the Great Unbinding. And so his next step is to find these fragments. And Detrius, after some more meditation with Freya, he was pretty sure that one of them was in a place called the Verdant Range, which is a set of mountains between the Isildian Empire and the Opari. You had a funeral for the captain, and throughout that time, throughout the couple of days since you set sail, captainless,
Collective captain.
collectively leading yourselves.
The blind leading the blind.
Detrius seems a bit hesitant to take
Technically, it's me or Footsie.
No,
We did say this. We tried.
Categorically not.
No. There's got to be a vote.
Yeah.
I mean, Pillow Mike did vote for you.
Oh, great. I'm glad. Thank you for that, Mike.
But throughout those days,
Hail leader jelly bean.
Aura noticed a mark on his wrist in the shape of a moth, a kind of tattoo, which, with Freya's help, identified it as a cloak moth, which is a symbol of some unworshipped god called Mordoram, also known as Death. Freya told you it was a very bad omen to have a cloak moth on your body. And kind of railed against trying to negate it. Aura was in a bad way, chopped all of the onions on the entire ship. And,
you had hot chocolate?
Had a hot chocolate. And Freya cast, what spell was this purify spell that you cast on him?
Dispel evil and good.
That's it.
Got to spell onions.
And it seemed to work, and it got rid of the mark. And you also cast a death ward on him before bed. But that night, Aura, you went to sleep, and you awoke in another world. You awoke seeing moths covering your body, flittering, covering your face, and you could just about see through the wings, covered entirely in moths. And you could see through these moths a world of teal skies, roiling cloud. There was no ground in sight. You could not feel any ground under your feet, just black clouds and a low green sunset eternally on the horizon. And you saw you could have described as an angel, except it was definitely no celestial. It was dust falls from its huge moth-like wings. It was skeletal, and it was clutching smoke around itself. It had a small face, quite severe, but a large pate, and moths drift about it. And it said to you, with a strange echoing voice on the ends of its words. It said, "The moth coin awaits to be thrown." I believe that is where we will begin today's session. You see this thing before you. The moths move away from your mouth. You kind of gasp some breath. You know you can speak.
I don't know what to expect from this.
A seal has been placed on you, Aura Adonius. The mark has manifest in forcing you here to beseech Mordoram in true death. I am an apparition of Mordoram, he who is death incarnate, origin and end.
Was this a dream?
Yeah.
It needs to wake up.
The creature senses your confusion and drifts closer to you. When one beseeches Mordoram for the true death, they can choose to bear the moth coin, and it spins within them until they choose it to land. And when it does so, a true death will follow. It holds out from those robes of smoke. It holds out a long-fingered hand, and on its palm is a gold coin, a black moth on its surface, and the moth kind of seems to wriggle and to try and push itself from the coin as though trapped in like molten gold.
So it's up to me.
The moth coin can be evoked by any. Any can choose to be a coin bearer, but the bearers will face a terrible cost, both in the weight of the coin and when the true death is enacted. A coin bearer can kill an ascendant without an ascendant killing weapon, but the moth coin attracts the dead always. Your soul is pulled closer to Mordoram, destined to die, and so only powerful magics can undo your death.
We'll die at some point.
Kind of reaches out with his other hand, closing the coin in the other, and goes to touch the moths on you, and then hesitates. You cannot bear it so easily, bonded one, for your crest coil is the antithesis of death, and Thorandaran is permanence in balance. There is a way for you to bear the coin, if you wish to ratify this binding outside the clauses of the inherited gods, and cut yourself free from Thorandaran of the Serene.
What does it mean for me now? What happens when I go back?
If you choose not, then you will return as you came. Many have used the coin, many have rejected the coin, both gods and beggars. None have in many hundreds of years. But should you choose to reject the mark, then you will be returned.
And if I take it?
Then we will sever you from Thorandaran, and you will bear the weight of the coin.
Do you know what's to come? What's happening now?
I am but a servant of Mordoram, and my one job is in guiding you with or without the moth coin.
So you know the path already?
None know the path. For the moth coin has served the path that many have walked. Names you may remember or recognize. The mark you received, placed in the king's hold long ago, was there as an evoking of Mordoram, so that a mortal might be able to kill Thorandaran.
You said it's how to kill an ascended. Specifically Enthor, or?
There are beings that cannot die so easily. The moth coin is a true death to all.
I'll take it.
How heavy could it really be? It's just a coin.
I've got like 2,000 in my pocket anyway.
Exactly.
I would like to
Mix
be.
it up.
I would like to be clear. You will never receive power, wisdom, message from your god ever again.
That's okay. He's told me everything he knows. he still guides me.
When you say that, its hand has remained before your face, and it hesitates.
Can I have one last word with him?
I will leave you, and I will return in time. This is a decision that you should make carefully. There is no going back.
My decision is made. I just wanted to say goodbye.
Then I will come to you in 2 nights hence.
Okay.
And the moths cover your eyes, your mouth, and you are enveloped in darkness.
Just don't go to sleep. I honestly thought you were going to say, I just want you to know, you're not actually physically getting a coin. Oh, sorry, not doing it.
Okay. And you guys...
I feel bad if I had that option. I'm not the cleric anymore.
Well, it's a bit too late for that already.
I guess at night, we can discuss it after, but obviously it would mean a change in your levels, but we can discuss that after. Okay.
Yeah. Aura does not say a word about it.
Okay, you wake up. See the sound of the sea splashing against the side of the boat. You hear a few people walking about from below deck. Okay, you guys have 5 days travelling to do.
Some of us only have 2.
Really? That's true.
Wolf burn.
I'm just getting there faster. I've got a jet ski waiting off the side.
Okay. So, what are you guys going to do? You have the journey is yours. You know how to sail this ship. Done so many times, many days. Downtime, obviously limited again because you're on a boat. But yeah.
You're saying there's no library aboard this vessel?
Not a library. There, you could do some limited research in the captain's quarters.
But we did ascertain there are chickens, so we have eggs.
Yeah, great.
Where's that chicken?
There are a few.
Last night, it's KFC time.
Or is it squeezing eggs out of a chicken?
Okay, I'll hand over to you guys.
Morning.
Yes.
Great chipper today, Aura.
Yeah. In your
Must be the
absence, Mike, you've moved into the quarters near the captain and the Detrius, so you've got.
You mean my quarters?
Away from the riffraff.
But also Moxie and Jackson not sleeping in the same room.
I'm still down where we started.
Amazing.
So, and yeah, I've turned Ansel back into a cat now as well. So yeah, that's
cool.
Something
Finally,
I
good luck
didn't
again.
mention it,
Yeah.
Made a frittata.
Lovely.
Nice.
So yeah, someone wants to come wake me up. That might be nice.
No, we don't speak to the riffraff no more.
Perhaps. I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we had sab ragu the first night.
We did, and I will have made the shells into a stock, so for dinner we're having risotto.
Lovely.
We've had risotto a lot.
We've had a lot of risotto. I mean, I'm not
These pirates are eating well.
Pirates have risotto.
Pirates complaining about the risotto.
Is there anything you want me to try?
Okay. We don't need any more onions today, Aura, I'm afraid.
What about carrots?
You're fresh out.
Well, at this point, Aura's like, oh, like a chef.
Yeah.
But still with a great like.
Most of the time, Aura's just sat with a load of papers scribbling furiously. Anytime anyone comes near, he just sort of like scoots it in. And Cornelius is sat there. And occasionally he'll like pick him up, sit him in his palm, look at him, turn him round, lift a wing, put him back down.
Every day I'm going to cast Death Ward on Aura because I'm really paranoid. And I do a lot of staring to see if he looks ill.
Oh god.
How does he look?
He looks alright. He looks like Aura.
A bit mothy.
No moths.
Yeah, is the thing is still gone?
It's gone. Yeah.
Right, I'm like, oh, I'm great. I got rid of it. I got rid of it.
I did it.
Problem solved.
Death's mark.
You're
I'm
so
like,
good at like
I'm
curing.
so powerful.
Because you got rid of my super big curse as well, like straight off the bat.
I mean, don't mess
Level?
with
Have
me.
you secretly like let Freya be a level 20 cleric?
It's not cleric.
Okay.
And those fake clerics.
Yeah, you're no longer a paladin.
The only real one.
I'm no longer anything. I'm just dead.
So, what are you guys focusing on in your 5 days?
I'm going to be talking to Murmur every day because I don't fucking understand. And also just bonding with my new best mate.
Cool.
I want to talk to your new best mate as well.
That sounds so threatening. I'm gonna talk to your new best mate.
Lilith is in his rock form still.
Yeah.
Kind of like a spindly.
There's different forms.
Well, because he can steal a memory and.
Oh yeah, fine. So I thought you meant it was like a water form, air form.
Form of an eagle.
No, this morning, can I ask Lilith if he can pretend to be Eugene just to wind him up?
Yeah, he's a big Eugene. He's done this before. I think you guys you asked him to be Eugene before as well. So he turns into you, a lanky version of you.
Do I see this?
Yeah, he's not doing it
I'm gonna do it and then ask him to go and wake up Eugene.
Okay.
Snoring away.
Good morning.
Ah! No! Me! No!
Oh.
What? Oh, not again, Amaya!
I apologise, Mr. Valentine.
Just don't listen to her.
She's very convincing.
Just storms off.
He follows you. It's like a
Why are you
imitation
following
of the
me?
lanky version. Oh, apologies. And goes to Amaya.
I give him a high five.
Yeah, high fives.
He doesn't have hands, does he?
No.
No, it's like
Kind of feel a little bit of resistance where he's got like illusion-y hands.
yeah.
Doesn't even look like me and Maya. I'm not that tall.
Yeah, I know, but everything else is fairly accurate. Look at her hair.
How accurate are we talking?
It's pretty accurate, yeah. Slightly different, like, expression of, whatever. Maybe they're slightly off in some places, but it's pretty good.
It's like the hands aren't quite right.
Yeah.
That's because he's a rock.
AI.
AI.
Got an extra finger.
Okay, so you're gonna speak to Murmur and
Yeah.
Lilith. Eugene, what are you doing on your downtime?
I want to make some potions.
Cool. Okay. Is that going to be an extended each day or like?
I don't know. I'll do it for a few days and see if I get bored.
Okay, cool. Aura.
Writing furiously.
I didn't know you could write.
Neither did I. Yeah, and sort of if anyone sees there's some like designs on there and like there's a lot of writing going on. And in between that is studying Cornelius. Just off by himself, really. Doing things.
Very nice.
Cornelius is off by himself doing things.
Cornelius periodically takes Florence hat as well.
Okay, cool. So it's going to be over the 5 days. It's going to depend on the next 2 days, is what you mean? Like communicating with Enthor and writing and.
Yeah, the night sort of before bed on that last night, I'll try and speak to Enthor.
Cool. Okay. Sentinel.
I'm gonna ask the Enigmora to teach me Sealcraft kit proficiency. Hang out with Detrius when I'm not in the thing, and then I'm also gonna have to speak to my mom.
So we've spoken about Sealcraft kit. So I'll say, for the sake of other peeps, in case people want to learn proficiencies with tools in the future. So basically, it's pretty simply rules is written in Xanathar's. It takes a while. I think it's 10 weeks, basically 10 weeks of 5 working days to gain a proficiency.
Intelligence proficiency.
Yes, minus your
But intelligence.
your modifier, I believe. Yeah. Your intelligence modifier reduces the number by a day, equal to a day. This one's a bit different because it's homebrew and it's specific, so it will take much less time. So I think it was 3 weeks, wasn't it? Minus was 5, minus your intelligence, so 3 total. Very nice. Cool. Okay, Moxie.
So I've got to get the ring off Grin, be working on my spells. I'm gonna. Well, I have basically run out of paper and stuff, so I need to. So I can spend the time and then when we get on dry land, then spend the gold to get the paper, or I can try and get some from the Enigma if that's possible, but I'd probably have to speak to Sentinel for that.
Yeah.
So do you want to do that?
So I could try. I could try. It's through Zeal first, but I don't know if that's going to work.
Try. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you'd have to do it unless you'd have to think of another way because you can't retrospectively do it. So you'd have to get the materials first.
It's up to you, bud.
Yes. So then, yeah, that's what you got to do.
And then just do some sendings. Just every day. Apart from, I want to ask Marika about Unky Maud, but other than that, we don't really need to role play in the other sending.
Okay, cool. We can role play the ones you want and chat about those. Nice. Freya?
I would like to make some spell scrolls, please.
Cool. Okay.
So I'm going to make 3 spell scrolls. They add up to 5 days.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I'm making 2 first levels, Shield of Faith and Cure Wounds, and Enhance Ability.
Okay, cool. What materials do you need?
Basic stuff. I need fur from a beast.
Oh, so you don't need like the spell scroll materials or whatever it is?
It doesn't say that.
Nice.
It says I just
I
need
didn't
to
think
have
you
it
did because
prepared.
it's like copying spells is different, isn't it?
Have the components. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, and I know it's level, the number of days per level, isn't it? So
Yeah, so the second level one is 3 days, I think.
yes.
And it costs money.
250.
It does cost money. It does indeed.
I will take that away.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. And every time I see Florin also, I go bright red and I run away.
Yeah, he's been really awkward about it. Yeah.
Oh, did you two have a chat?
No.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Just
No,
saying.
but I overheard some shit.
Cornelius conveniently interrupts now and then.
Yeah.
Just flies past and takes his hat.
Yeah. Every now and again you see him kind of loitering, and then he's like, when he notices that you've seen him, he's like, oh god. looks busy. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Let's start.
And then there was another thing that the group want to try and convince people want to chat about Meredith Valantigan, basically.
Cool.
And there was
then the thing we spoke about earlier from last session. We do the other thing. So whether I figured out what I can figure out from the argument.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So it was a 19, I believe.
Yes.
So you need to roll a insight.
Oh god.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Sure.
So
insight.
This is a nat 20 in it.
So this is those people who are this basically post drama. Did Moxie figure something out among Sentinels?
So was it me to beat
Lies.
it? So yeah,
19 or
19.
19 or higher. No.
Yep.
You sure on insight? Don't want to make it more. Don't want to make it intelligence based. You sure?
I'm sure.
Because that would have beaten it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Moxie's none the wiser to the silver tongue of Sentinel. Okay. So you guys wake up. You have your frittata.
I'm not talking to Amaya.
You're not talking to Amaya.
No,
I'm not talking to
Or it's just sound his own quietly.
What's going on this morning, guys?
It's so awkward on the ship at the moment.
Eugene, I'm sorry about the Lorelei thing.
No, you're not. You would do it again.
I would do it again.
Yes, because you think it's funny.
I mean, it was quite funny. I mean,
Exactly.
I won't do it to you again because that's.
No, you
Like-
will, because I'm probably an easy target.
No.
What did you do?
Oh no, Eugene, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean to do
I
that.
turn away.
Eugene, would you like more frittata?
Yes, it's lovely, but no.
I've made some mayonnaise also.
Of course you have.
I'm just like trying to bribe Eugene with food.
I mean, is it
works.
working? Nice.
We could do what Lorelith did to you this morning, but to like Moxie and get her back for all the pranks.
Or you could do
Yes.
Footsie
Yes.
and really fuck him off.
Or both.
Assert dominance.
Footsie was making political moves.
He really was.
I will destroy him.
He did a whole smear campaign.
Why don't you bring back the captain? As in,
It's
like,
maybe a little bit too soon for that.
that'll teach him.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be a good captain.
Maybe we wait till we're closer to Del Nori so we can at least swim if he throws us off the ship.
We could throw him off the ship. Oh, sorry, I
Okay,
mustn't
are
say
you
that.
alright?
I don't like waking up to a taller me.
I'm so
It
sorry.
was like a mirror, but taller.
You do want some sugar for your frittata? Will that make it better?
Always.
You see, you guys see Detrius enter. He's looking a little unsteady in his shirt and breeches, but he makes his way over to the table and sits down.
It's a frittata.
Thank you.
Some mayonnaise for dipping if you want.
And sugar.
And sugar.
Is he looking unsteady because he's drunk, or is he looking okay?
Yeah, just weak, but definitely better.
This will be good for you.
Yeah, he wolfs it down.
Walking around is good.
Yes, definitely better today. Don't let me stop your conversation. I just don't fancy sitting in the
Sorry.
them lot.
Apparently none of us are really speaking to each other anyway this morning.
Fine by me, I'll sit in silence.
So what's going on between you two?
You were there.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I was in the kitchen.
It was the big argument in the kitchen.
So what's going on between you two?
There we go.
They are an ass. And they keep secrets from someone. Okay, it's me, but yeah.
Okay, it's me.
What kind of secrets?
Not big ones. Normal secrets. Everyone has secrets.
They spoke to our dad and didn't tell me about it.
And I kind of look at Freya like, yes, just me.
Do I see that? 50,
Wait, let me do a stealth.
50 on perception.
Yeah, go on then. Do your slight. Well, yes, it'll be stealth.
Do I have to do one too?
10.
So you see her looking at Freya.
Them.
Sorry, you see them looking at Freya across the table. Make what you will of it.
What was that?
16 stealth. So.
What are you looking at Freya for?
I'm flirting.
I wink.
Roll a deception check with advantage, or both of you.
I would say disadvantage. If she's going red around Florin.
This helps, so one of them's helping the other.
Natural 20.
Oh, okay, we'll keep that then.
Is that lovely insight again?
In the raid, I mean, I know you're right, it doesn't auto, so yeah, roll an insight check, please.
I can't.
Do that.
You can't
Actually,
do
no, I
that.
can. If I get a 20, I can read it. No.
Alright, what did you get?
13.
So in your rage, you just pass it off as flirting.
But you're married.
Yeah,
You mustn't. Freya, you know this. I'm very confused.
Me too.
At least Eugene's not mad at me anymore.
Frittata's too nice. I want to be.
I will tell Kaz if you're not careful.
Do it. She's not gonna give a shit. I fucking dare you.
Detrius picks his plate up. I'll leave you lot to
Guys.
that. Yeah. Freya, if you could visit my... if you could come
She
and
is
see
a taken
me.
woman. Thank you very much. And not even by me.
Is
Where's Florin?
Is now okay?
I guess.
Yep. I'll go with
Okay, yeah, he walks out.
Before you go,
Yes.
no, not you, Freya.
Oh,
Go away.
I'll see you in my room. And walk
Damn, son! Florin better watch out!
Your ward of some sort.
Fucking
Nothing
hell.
available.
So yeah, last night I was thinking about Meredith Valance.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Are we changing the conversation then? Is that what people do after they have fights?
Yes. Yeah, we move on. When it's right to move on.
So are we moving on?
For now.
Okay. What does this mean? Do you know? Oh, am I not supposed to do? Oh!
For podcast listeners. They're doing the mouthy talky
With the hand.
motions.
The mouthy talking motion.
You're very chatty.
But yeah, so I would like to meet with her.
On the ship?
On the ship, yeah. So I spoke with her again yesterday, and she said it was safer to meet on the ship.
For
That's
her
what-
or us?
That's what someone who wanted to do bad stuff would say.
Amen.
I mean, there's 6 of us. and we just stabbed multiple gods.
And I'm the most powerful cleric. Well, if we prepare adequately, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, the way I see it, she can just keep on spying on us indefinitely. Like, the most I can do is like put the sanctuary up on like the ship or like or wherever we're camping. So if when we're on the move or exploring somewhere, anyone can just scry on us then. But yeah.
Can I go into my pouch and get some sugar out and not put it on my frittata, but instead blow and cast Tiny Servant in the corner?
Cool.
And I haven't thought about what the servant is going to look like yet, but they're invisible, right?
I think
Unseen Servant.
Oh no, it's Tiny Servant.
Oh, I
They're
don't know
invisible.
about
Tiny
Tiny.
I don't know
servant.
about this one.
Unseen Servant's invisible, but I don't know about Tiny.
What about one of those little ornaments that you get, the like butlers and they're holding a little tray?
Or a garden gnome.
Do you know what I mean?
I want a garden gnome.
That's correct.
What does it say? Is it invisible?
I don't know, but it just sits in the corner and it has blind sight.
Okay.
So it'll be able to see if there's any...
We have lots
At the
of
moment, we
seeing
should be
devices.
okay because the thingy
Yeah.
stops the scrying.
Yeah,
but that
let's-
is a
let's-
brilliant-
I still wanted a servant.
Yeah, I mean,
It lasts for 8 hours.
You'll have
Fuck
to tell
off,
me.
yeah.
That's a long time.
You'll have to tell me what it looks like.
Yeah, I will.
And how you're aware, how it makes you aware as well.
Oh no, you could not see for it, but it does.
It
You should
alarms
do
you
one of
and
those
stuff.
Yeah.
monkeys with the symbols, and then if there's something there, it has the symbol.
Or it's a gnome and it has like red eyes when something
Okay.
happens.
Oh, you're right.
And it's
Like in
real
Wallace and
creepy.
Gromit.
Yeah.
Do you have the spell in front of you?
Yeah, I'll just read it.
Oh, that's so much snow.
It's too much snow. You touch one tiny non-magical. Oh, I need to have a gnome on me. Is there anything on this ship I could use that
There might
looks
be a
small?
stat-
There's
Statue of some-
100%
yeah.
a no.
Can I use Persephone as tiny servant and just touch Persephone? Oh, it says non-magical object. Balls.
You could probably find like a little ornament in.
Yeah, just for
Captain's
now,
office.
it's just going to be something.
I've
A
got
bit-
an
little
ornament.
book or something.
Oh, you do actually, yeah.
Got like
I've got
a
that.
fish thing.
You have the fish man. You have the
I've
little.
got
I
that
have the
random
fish thing, but I
skull
also have
mask.
another one.
I'm not very skull.
Yeah,
I have that fish necklace I bought from that market ages ago.
Yes.
Can I just do it on that and wear the tiny
Does it just say
servant?
object?
Yeah.
Or does it say?
Tiny non-magical object.
Then yes.
Animates it, sprouts little arms and legs. It's got
Yeah,
little-
so you could use that. It's like
Just
a
for now.
copper wire fish. Isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, you can do
so
that.
it could walk around.
Yeah.
now.
So you touch the fish, you pull out the little fish necklace, you blow the sugar onto it, and it sort of melts into it, and then the copper kind of seems to melt into these little legs on this fish, and it kind of falls onto the side, and then it's like, and then it's like got legs, and it's standing. It's this 2D fish with legs, and it's kind of got one eye. It's got one eye, but it's working on both sides because it's like it like looks around
It's
like
like
this.
it's been squashed.
Yeah, so looking around like that.
Take that evolution.
Is it like the singing fish ball thing?
Yes,
Like,
yeah. But it's got
Barry the Big
legs,
Laugh Ass.
and it's like made of copper wire.
So I'm just going to command it because you can give it commands. So I'm just going to command it to sort of keep watch, and if anything magical pops up, not it can, but if anything invisible pops up, to let me know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. You know that it will alarm you if something invisible is trying to watch.
It's a walk-in necklace.
Right now, the ship is under Moxie's
yeah,
spell.
that's safe,
I
Apart
forgot
from the
that, but I
very,
still wanted to.
the very
so
front is the only part that's not. But yes.
I can't better with something in a necklace. Although it's funny watching a walk-in necklace wander around.
Yeah. Okay.
That's great.
Yeah. No, that's very impressive. How often can you do that?
A few times.
Yeah, sweet. Okay. But yes, so we have a few more options now. But then the other option I thought was we could try and get some other further protection, but that would be probably very expensive for all of us. I mean, I know we have a lot of gold now, but I don't want to spend it on that. If I could choose not to spend it on that, I would. And also, like, getting it would not be easy, I'd imagine, and without the whispered word, knowing would be even harder, I'd imagine. And then the final option is we actually meet with her, and because she wants to meet with us, so see what she has to say. And then if she's going to keep on spying on us, then maybe we could get something out of it, maybe.
Is there a reason she's untrustworthy?
I mean, it's
Apart from the spying.
yeah.
It's also the fact that she works for the government and 4 of us are doing illegal magic.
That's true.
At least 4 of us are doing magic that is not sanctioned, and if we get caught and we could lose all of our magic, we could be fucked and thrown in jail.
She already knows about us.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, so we don't want to piss her off.
It may
She
as well get her on
encouraged-
her side.
She encouraged my illegal shit, so that's... We can
Not
dob,
me, Amara. I'm a
we
good
can
boy.
dob her in as
Me
well.
too.
You're a good
Goes
boy.
both ways.
We always have Ilram in our back pocket.
How's he doing?
But yeah, if we wanted to meet with her, then if everyone's okay with meeting with her, as she said, on the ship.
I think we should do it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I still don't like it.
Oh, I don't like it, but I don't think we've really got a choice.
Well, if she destroys the ship, I'll just cast Walk on Water and we can walk back to Donovan.
That's a terrible idea.
Yeah. So yeah, if we want to do that closer to shore, maybe. But yeah, we could prepare for her today, and then
Maybe like with 2 days to go, a day or 2 to go.
yeah,
We maybe meet with her.
yeah, that works. That works for me.
Okay.
Cool.
Very well. So, breakfast comes to an end. Crew take their own dirty plates to the
Oh yeah, I'm not washing up.
kitchen. People start scrubbing plates. Are you going to go meet Detrius? Okay.
Yes.
I'll clean up the place. I have registration.
Cool.
Prep.
No, it's cheating. You do it properly.
Wait, have you got your little maid's outfit back on?
I've got the outfit.
Prancing through, gets everyone out of the way. All the dishes are cleaned in an instant. Yeah, very nice. Okay. Detrius is in his room. He's sat on the bed eating his breakfast on his lap.
I knock on the door really awkwardly, like I'm going into a head teacher's office. Even though if the door is open.
Come in. You see him sat on his bed. Yeah, sorry to pull you away from everyone else. It was just I wondered if maybe later I might be able to join you in prayer again, if this was something that you were.
Sure. Is it working out for you? You hearing stuff?
I don't know about that. I don't know. It just seems to help.
Yeah, of course.
Don't go.
Anytime.
Sorry to maybe just don't go telling everyone that I'm, struggling. Doesn't look good.
Everyone struggles.
Yes, I know. It's just if they are asking. The captain asked me to be the captain, and I still don't want that to. I'm struggling with that as well. Yes, that was all I wanted to ask.
Absolutely. And you can take all the time you need to
Okay.
become captain.
Well, I'm thinking
No
about
pressure,
it. Right now, the thought of it, I'd rather just get to shore and drown myself in something. But not the sea, I mean alcohol of some description. Yes.
Well, if I look around, are there tons of bottles?
There's a couple of beer bottles.
I stole the whiskey back.
Yeah, so there's not like.
I'm not hiding my shame.
Yeah, a couple of beer bottles, but nothing major.
Wow.
He doesn't smell of booze or anything. Thank you. I will. Yes, I mean, fetch me when you wish to. I don't want to interrupt your day whenever you're going to go about these things.
Okay. Do you want a hug?
It's okay.
I don't mess with taking women.
Florin pokes his head round like, someone say hug.
Maybe if Florin was a captain, then maybe Fred would be interested.
I only go for powerful people.
Captain or higher.
This lowly storyteller loser.
I mean, to be fair, Florin was the captain of the Battle Up Bear for a while.
And then he sold our ship.
And then he sold it, so if
Because he didn't want to be a captain.
No, he lost it in camp.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe if he wasn't such a piece of shit, he would stand a chance with Freya.
Oh boy.
Okay. So you guys are cracking on with your downtime. Let us go from the top, shall we? Amaya? So you wished to speak to Murmur and Lerolith.
Yeah. I mean, Lerolith can just be there in case he knows it, in case he's like, oh, I know this.
Can I also be there? Just I want to talk to Lerolith as much as possible. So I really like basic questions like.
Yeah,
that's we were talking about birds. I heard in one of the episodes that I wasn't there. So just lots of stuff about that.
So while everyone else is, Freya begins, scroll preparation, Moxie using the last of the supplies on the spell scroll, copying, Sentinel popping in and out of the subtle house, and
can I do one other thing at some point as well?
Yeah, of course, yeah. And popping in to see Detrius as well, Sentinel there, here and there throughout the day. Aura scribbling furiously. Eugene and Maya find a quiet corner.
Probably in the kitchen.
In the kitchen. Cookies in there.
No, it's quiet during the day.
Cookies in there. Just prepping for dinner. You right there, Eugene?
Yeah, hello, Cookie.
Don't mind me, you get on with whatever it is. I know you're not here to cook.
What are you cooking?
At the moment, it's just carrots. Just chopping these up ready for later.
What are we having for dinner later?
Something with carrots.
Crudité.
So you don't know what you're making, but you're...
Got to go by what's going to go off first, Eugene.
There's some crab stock in the corner there that I made yesterday.
Do you know how to make a risotto?
Of course. But I know that I don't want to step on anyone's, don't want to step on anyone's toes, so...
Why would you step on toes? That would hurt.
It's a matter of...
Matter of speech?
Yes, matter of speech.
Okay. I wrote matter of speech.
Anyway, you go on, I'm just chopping carrots, so it's like I'm not here.
Sounds very drummy.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, over to you.
Mama.
Yeah.
Dude.
Flutters out from seemingly nowhere.
Say I said hello to Mama.
Eugene says hi.
Hello.
I don't hear that though, do I?
Mama says hello. Sorry, he says hello.
Is that what he sounds like?
Yeah.
Like robotic.
He is a little bit robotic. What's a robot?
Yeah, what's a robot?
Some sort of automaton.
Okay.
Mama.
Yes.
What the fuck? I just don't understand anything.
You'll have to be more specific.
Right. The whole shiver thing, the mother thing, the blade, whispering blade. I just don't understand any of it.
Very well. I will explain.
Okay, but please explain in as full a detail as you can because I just don't know. I'm lost.
Okay.
You know about the silt thing though, right?
No.
But the captain told us.
Oh yeah, I'm a grapefruit.
You're a beautiful grapefruit.
That's a fruit, that's impossible.
No, but like, there's a silt thing. I explained the silt thing back to Murmur.
Well, yeah, but the captain said that the Basilmans founded the silt. So, are you a Basilman elf or descended from it?
You're much more helpful than last episode.
I've been wanting to meet a Basilman elf for years, and I meet the captain, but yet I was maybe travelling with one. That's very exciting.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know what the Basilmans are, even if I am one.
We can ask Murmur about the Basilman elves. Maybe Murmur knows more.
Yes, this is
And obviously
true.
I will just say what Eugene knows about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know that they were the founders of Isildia, the Isildian Empire, before it was split.
Yeah.
So it was the Basilman Empire. Then it split into the Isildian and the Verdeans.
Yeah.
And then you had the big war. And then the Verdeans were killed and moved out to the Outlands. And then you had the Isildian Empire.
Yeah.
And the Basilmans left, they fled to the Syrinx. And what the captain said was that the Syrinx, they kind of founded their home there, and those are the ancestors of the elves that are now called the Silt.
Yeah.
And that's what he said you were.
Okay. I also say to Murmur, dead captain said that I was silty or something.
Silty. I don't know much about that, but I can help with explaining the heirlooms and shivers again. So,
Hold on, if you're just going to repeat exactly what you said before, that's not going to help me.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I will say it in a different way. So, he kind of flutters around for a bit, gathering his
I
thoughts.
feel like I was mean to him.
No, you weren't. He doesn't take offence.
Okay.
There are many heirlooms.
Yes.
Powerful, very powerful magical artifacts made by the ones above.
Uh-huh.
There is a subset of them called the Whispering Blades.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, but I don't understand how all of this
Okay.
fits into...
One of the
Us.
Whispering Blades is Honor. They are named after different... I'll see if I can find them.
I know that Murmur is courage.
There's courage. We did this last time. Courage, love, oath, weep, honesty, and another one that we
There you
don't
go.
know that is lost. Note taker.
There were 6, but now there are 5.
Yeah, because one's lost.
Yes. Of those, I am courage,
Yes.
but I am not an heirloom. I am a shiver of that heirloom.
Okay.
So somewhere is the Whispering Blade of Courage. Somewhere, hidden maybe. I am born of it, a thought, a dream. They are so powerful, the heirlooms, that they can create near copies of themselves in lesser ways. And that is what I am.
Okay. I don't understand how, like, that's really cool and everything, but I don't understand how this is relevant to, like, now and what you were saying about, like, the finger thing.
Me being a shiver is not necessarily related to you being made of fingers.
Okay, but why? How do you know I'm made of fingers, and why am I made of fingers?
I remember, Anders, there was a trade.
What did he
was part
trade?
of the deal.
He traded one of his fingers,
Yeah.
one of your mother's fingers, and in return, they received you, as well as a request
What was the request?
to carry me.
Okay. Where did they go for this?
And he
Exchange,
kind of flutters
trade.
about. He did tell you before that he believed that it was the place where the swords came from.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you said that it was the Titresian vein.
Yeah.
So
This
he's
doesn't,
kind of-
this I'm just going round and round in circles.
That's it.
Question.
Yeah.
When they melt down the mother-father blades, is that immediately when somebody's born, or is that later?
No, some related to the birth. So generally in the Opari structure with the swords, the mother and the father service blades are used to create the child's service blades. The excess is used to make their dusk blades.
Yeah.
And that's unrelated to the children's birth.
So what I was going to say was, could it have been that when he went to go and do that, he got that sword instead? Because that's you've always believed that to be your service blade, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I literally have no other questions.
Okay. And or Eugene, you were there as well, so you can
I'm
see.
getting Lara to turn to like so many different things.
Okay.
So you're having like this really sort of serious conversation, and I'm just like, turn to this, turn to this.
What are you getting him to turn into?
Various people from like the I don't know, from the guild.
Yeah, because it takes a memory from you.
Turn to trumpet.
Yeah. So the kind of skinny, balding man with a ponytail, white ponytail. I'm not sure I like this one. It's a little... just feels a bit odd.
Okay. Turn to I don't know. One of the really posh idiots that are idiots.
At the Alchemy Guild, yeah? Well, Damien turns into
Eugene doesn't mind Damien. One of the other ones.
Turns into Damien Lucard.
Yeah, I don't mind Damien.
Standing there with his mop of like black hair, looking very smug. Was this your friend?
Acquaintance, but I didn't mind him.
Very well.
You always seem nice to me.
Amaya's just losing her shit in the corner.
Yeah.
Yelling at Murmur, be better.
Okay.
Wish I could ask you to send someone from my family, but no, I wouldn't like that.
They would be as tall as I was when I imitated you. Okay, very well. Okay. So Eugene, you're making potions.
Yes.
Aura, would you like to RP any of your scribbling / speaking to M4?
Sort of in amongst all the scribblings, I'm going to pick up Cornelius and sort of examine him, look closely. I don't know how much you can understand, so this might get a bit weird. And I'm just going to pop him down on the table on top of the notes and sort of look closely. And then there's going to be this little crack. And if anyone's about, there's going to be 2 Corneliuses sat on the desk.
Big pride.
Hello?
They kind of look at each other.
Basically, I cast polymorph. And I turn myself into an
okay.
owl.
I did not know that's what you'd done.
Turn yourself.
So I look sort of like a dark greyish version of Cornelius.
And
Just sort
you-
of sat in front of him.
You no longer can speak though, right? You lose all of your...
Can I communicate in owl?
You can, like basic communication, yeah, like...
Yeah, I just want to chat to
you.
Owls are real stupid. As I wrote the letter
They're not
about.
particularly smart. They don't have a language. But you can communicate basically, in basics, like, I am an owl. I am in your space.
There's the food.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, he's just kind of replied with hello, like a ruffle of feathers, kind of hops about.
Food?
Agrees. Flies off looking for food around the room, like in the quarters.
We will fly off to the kitchen.
Okay, you fly off to the kitchen. Cornelius follows you. And you have arrived into the kitchen.
So you're also having the conversation. There's 2 of them! There's another owl. Did Aura get another owl?
Where's Oregon?
I don't know, but there's another owl.
Aura!
Just settles on Lara's head.
Yeah. Both of them.
Gonna like
One of them.
Yeah.
stare into the owl's eyes and be like, "Are you Aura?" Eugene, I think that's Aura.
No, Amaya, that's an owl.
No, I think that's Aura.
No, that's an owl.
Stare into his eyes and say, "Are you Aura?"
All
He
right.
will hoot back once.
Fine. Are you Aura?
Just silence.
Amaya, it's an owl. Of course it's an owl. Why would that be Aura? No, it's not.
Cornelius hoots behind him.
Lilith, can you see through polymorph and stuff?
Actually, can my necklace do that?
Blind sight or true sight?
It's blind sight. So,
No.
Oh no, so it's just because it's a blind sight, just you can see real far.
well, you can see invisible.
Invisible,
things, but I don't know
yes.
if you can see through polymorph. I guess that's true sight.
It's through walls and invisibility and stuff.
Oh, but can Lerolith, the owl that's on his head, can he steal a memory from the owl? Because then that will prove if that's Aura.
Yeah, okay. So it turns into a lanky version of Eugene.
See, that's Aura. There's Aura on his head as an owl.
I guess so, because an owl wouldn't. Would an owl think? No.
Could try from the Cornelius. I hate saying that word.
I'm afraid there is nothing within that owl's... doesn't have a grasp of memories as very well.
See, so the one on his head must be
managed to train
Aura.
this.
I have to apologise. It must well be Aura. Why are you an owl?
Just picks up a carrot.
Very good. Yeah.
Flies off and is gonna, with Cornelius in tow, is gonna go and, I don't know, find Freya. And just Cornelius is just gonna settle on one shoulder, from behind.
Hi, Cornelius.
And then Aura's gonna settle on the other shoulder.
Aurelius.
Where did you find a second one? Cornelius, who is this?
And then they both flutter off back to wherever Aura is working.
down to the quarters, or into the quarters, flutter into your bedroom.
Just both sort of sat by the papers.
Nice.
Just waiting.
Waiting. Very nice.
And if no one turns up, just an hour later, just turn back to himself and carry on working.
You still think there's 2 owls?
I'm like, wow, we've got 2 owls. Found a friend.
Did you find another owl out at sea?
Sort of one of those sea owls I keep telling you about.
Sea owls.
Lovely. Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll sort of that night before Death's going to turn up.
Oh.
Sort of,
So you're doing it on the first night, you're speaking to him, and then waiting on this, and then the second night you're speaking to Death?
I'll do it before I go to sleep on the second night.
Oh, you wait until the very second night. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Sentinel, you've been bamfing into the subtle house. I know I'm jingling. What else is it you were doing? You were using the servant to clean.
And using the servant to clean, but still asking the Enigmore if I can learn Sealcraft proficiency.
Yeah, and it's a bit like going back to school. He sits you down in his office, and he's like taking you by rote through some stuff. But
this is so boring. Why do we have to do it like school?
Well,
why can't we make it fun?
I mean,
Field trip.
Why am I doing lines?
This is just how. Okay.
Turn to page 27.
Yeah. Well, I guess, and he like gets you to start trying to change the house as a kind of exercise. And it takes you the first few days is like you don't get any further than you did with the bedsheet, like staining a little patch, different colour. But as the days go on, you kind of get more and more like a grasp on it. And you don't quite have the command as he does of, building a balcony, but you end up being able to kind of replace bricks and, that kind of stuff, like small breaks, you start being able to mend a bit like the mending spell and that kind of stuff.
But less sticky.
Infinitely less sticky.
Unless you want it to be.
And
No.
No. And in the first couple of days, when you're learning that, the servant clears another room that could be potentially used as like storage for a bank. I think that was part of the
our bank room.
Yeah, so there's and the Enigmora can make like a safe in it and that kind of stuff. Probably not necessary, but can do it. And yeah, you get on with learning. So you're kind of making headway. In his words, this is the foundation to Sealcraft, and it's it's very it's essential.
Also, while I'm in here, can I use Binding Seal on the drawer with all my porn in? So he can't go back in it.
Nice. Okay. What? So yeah, it's like a basic little lock. So what you use the first time you've used it. So explain to the rest of the group what is it like a?
Boom.
Yes, very nice. And it becomes magically sealed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's difficulty in being oh my god. It's magical. It's difficulty or it's DC in being unlocked. It's elevated significantly, I believe, to
16 over whatever the lock would be. Anyway.
It was 10. So now it is a DC 26 lock. Your basic locks are usually around 10, unless it's really shit. It'll be lower. Okay, very nice. Porn is very much locked away.
It's gone.
I'll find a way in.
It can't be. I'm pretty sure that DC is increased the same as its damage. Resistance goes up as well. So
it's just it's more difficult to break or force open. So
you could destroy the whole desk, I guess.
That's it.
Probably be the easiest thing to do.
I cast Fireball.
Speak with it. Ask it how it works.
Because it also makes it. Makes the lock like physically stronger as well. So
yeah, but the rest of the you could try and destroy the rest of the desk around the lock, I guess. But yeah,
we could just
I will find a way.
Yeah. Okay.
Should I talk to Kaz now or later?
You can go for it. So one of the evenings, this is probably will be for the sake of time with Aura matching up. Second evening arrives, or afternoon.
Okay, so I feel like I maybe overreacted about there being 10 children, but I think you can understand why I was a bit annoyed that you didn't tell me about this.
I thought I told you I could leave them.
No, you didn't think you told me about this.
I definitely said that I could leave them behind.
No, you didn't.
Well, then I apologise.
Yeah, you will.
They're doing well. I popped into Ripper's. He's got them.
I still don't understand why Ripper has the children.
I still don't understand why Ripper has the children, because Mordorin decided he didn't want to live with them.
Well, in Mordorin's words, the Night Mountain is two things. It is either a place of business or a place of drinking, and neither which is a place for children. So
what about Rippers?
Yeah, but what about Rippers?
That's a place of drinking and fighting.
Of drinking, fighting,
This is Ripper's side hustle. It's like daycare.
I was on my way. I was told that he was the person to speak to, as it were, for certain dealings, and they were with me at the time, and they liked it there, and the people they were entertained. I'll be honest with you, it's been way better than I expected. They've kind of taken them under their wing, as it were.
They're gonna be pirates.
The worst thing that's happened is that someone was crawling up one of the rafters and fell down, and they're generally they're.
Are they okay?
Yes, they're fine.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question that you don't have to answer now, because it might be easy for you to explain this to me in person, but I need to understand if you and these children are now a package deal, or if we ever go somewhere else, they stay with Ripper.
I would have to have that conversation with Ripper.
You're by no means.
I'm by no means.
Co-parenting with Ripper.
She kind of, you see a few dots and like scribbles, and she's like, you can tell she's kind of struggling. She's like, my main aim was getting them out of Dustmere. It was not any better, and now that they're out, they seem relatively happy. No, I'm not saying that it's a deal breaker if as long as they're safe. That's the main thing.
I guess it's also not a deal breaker for me, but I just don't know whether or not you thought about whether or not you've just moved children to keep them safe, or whether you accidentally adopted 10 children and we have to deal with that.
Well, they don't listen to me anyway, so...
yeah, but kids don't listen to their parents. Have you met us?
That's true. Well... No, I'm not... To sort of refer to them as pets, because I feel that might be easier for me to deal with. I'm by any means under the illusion of keeping them, as it were. I just want to make sure that they find a nice home.
Okay.
10 children are just not for Christmas.
Ripper's adoption agency.
Ripper's adoption agency. Well, at the very least, seeing as you're somewhat attached to them, I will need to know their rough names and ages.
Rough names?
Rough names, ages. Just physical descriptors, so that if I do ever meet them when I'm with you in like 5 days' time.
Okay, well, I was going to do this in person because I just thought you might. Look, let me put it this way. A lot of these children named themselves.
Oh, no.
It's Jellybean.
One of them's called Nothing because he's nothing. And I can't do it.
Just bear that in mind, all right?
Right.
Well, they're all between the ages of 11 and 14, around that.
So they're a lot older.
Some of them probably just around 11.
So you didn't bring Neffin?
Neffin's here, but I'm pretty convinced
5.
I don't think he's 5.
You told me he was 5,
yes.
Charlie.
No, he's...
Retcon.
Charlie, you told me he was 5.
Minor retcon, but also I just didn't like having a 5-year-old kid in it, but what she says is the lack of food definitely stunts their development somewhat.
He's actually 27.
I'm fairly certain that they're all at least 10.
10 over 10.
I'll go from... Well, okay, there's Leaf. I tell you what, I'll give you all the deets so you don't have to roll this down. I'll just send it to you. There's Leaf as a human boy, black hair. There's Neffin, who you know. There's kind of a trio that go around together is Fred, Phipps, and Frog.
Frog!
They're all half elves. I think that's why they've found themselves going around together. 2 half elf girls called Tabby and Tallow. There is a young orc
Where's
boy.
Futuk?
Please be a Futuk.
There is a
It's just love ships.
there is a young orc boy called Hal, and then finally there's another human girl called Peanut, and the only tiefling boy. He somehow lost his hair in some incident. I'm not sure.
Was it Rufus?
His name is Biscuit.
Yes.
Eugene has named some of these children before.
Are named like their pets.
Peanut, Biscuit,
They name themselves.
Biscuit and Frog.
I love them all.
Biscuit.
Okay, I wish you hadn't told me their names because I'm in love with all of them now.
I told you.
Really cute.
Yes. Well, that's why I couldn't leave them. So.
Well, that's fine. Okay, well, at least you haven't just adopted 10 children, because we are a team, and if you just adopted 10 kids without telling me, I was going to be fucking mad.
No adoption. In fact, you know, giving them to Ripper has left me with some time that I've needed to, understand a little bit about this business that apparently you lot have set up.
Hey man, I was trying to get him to do his own fucking work, but he couldn't decide what he wanted to do. I was content to leave him to do bullshit, but no, he needed help. Why do you think you're here?
Well, the indecision continued, but I'll let him explain that when you're back. But it's actually not doing too badly, but, well, from the outset. Anyway, I'll let him explain.
Okay, fine. We will be home in 4 days at this point. 3 or 4?
3.
3 days. Do you want to be informed of my entire journey back to the Night Mountain, or do you want it as a nice surprise?
Now. I can hear the tone over message, but whatever works. I'm looking forward to having you back.
See you soon.
See you.
I would just like to say 2 things. First of all, Steve, if you get sick of your kids, just find your nearest pub, drop them off, and then have a few days to yourself.
You think we haven't done this already?
Find your nearest huge man with a nipple piercing.
Second thing, if she didn't want to get attached to them, why didn't she just number them?
Oh, God. Damn, that's an Amaya thing to say.
Again, she didn't name them.
They already
Peanut!
named. Yeah, Peanut and Biscuit.
Frog's the one that sent me.
If they're not adopted, didn't she just steal these children?
Yeah, but
they're
on
all
the street.
orphans. They're street kids.
They're
Steal be a child.
They're dustless street kids, yeah.
Nothing's still 5 in
Hey,
my
want
head,
some
and I
candy?
can't change that.
That's fine.
Want some candy? Want to go to a pub?
I still don't understand the whole daycare rippers.
I still don't understand this, but this is a question.
This is the weirdest side hustle of all time.
I'm really gonna love it there, where it's there's fights breaking out, but there's also kids running around
In the corner, just colouring.
Yeah, there's a little.
The pirates are betting on the
what do
children.
10-year-olds
house in the
do?
corner.
Yeah, they love it.
They're just having a little play date. And then there's guys going fuck you!
It's like Chuck E. Cheese.
They're all really good at poker now.
Oh yeah, the kids have been gambled on. The pirates being I bet 10 gold that this child's going to do this or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but they're all little hustlers, 100%.
They are, Okay.
Ripper's school is just this is how you hustle everyone out of all
Biscuit
of their
now has
money.
1,000 gold.
It's just Oliver. Let's be honest.
Shit.
Ripper is
yeah.
Fagin.
He's Fagin. He's nicer than Fagin, though. He's looking after
He
them.
gives them a little bit of the money that they have stolen.
He's not using them as thieves just yet, but you never know.
Yeah, Kaz is
Yeah.
I give it a week.
Okay. Moxie,
Yes.
so what would you like to do in your first 2 days?
I want to message Marika. I was like, hey girl, what do you mean Unky Morg? He's a self-professed man whore, you know. Hope he's not being creepy.
Oh no.
Okay. Where are we?
He's a creepy uncle, isn't he?
He is a creepy uncle, and I really don't like the fact that he's teaching her how to drink.
Unky Morg.
In conjunction with this, I also say, I was like, Kaz, you're not, letting Mordred get creepy with Marika, right?
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. I guess, assuming that you probably imagine you might, I don't know what's going on now with you two, so you might not have said to Moxie, but for the sake of it, she does say that she seems a little bit besotted with him.
Oh, great.
And he is treating her like the niece that he never had.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
She's like, so with that in mind, you get a reply that's like, he's all right.
Yeah, you're a married woman.
He's just showing me around, you know. I guess he could be creepy, but he's been all right. Very uncertain, or very conflicted.
Okay. And then from that came out. Okay, well, be careful. And speaking of man whores, has Dom made it to Delnori yet?
No. But Kaz is here. She'd probably be the best person to speak to. I haven't heard anything. I was getting worried.
What?
I think I was under.
Yeah. Cool. Yes. Yeah. That's that conversation. Yeah. Do we need to roleplay again the ring from Grin?
You can if you like.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
So time. So
he's standing
if
on.
you have anything to say for it, then yeah.
Yeah. He basically he sees you coming and he's like, "Good afternoon."
Yeah. Hi, Grin. Yeah. Have you finished the ring yet?
I've been waiting for you. He digs into his pocket, hands it out. It's like a little bone ring. Carved very intricately.
You should not have left
Little
that
bone
pause.
ring.
You're a bad man.
I know that we just take it.
Are you sure?
I am.
You know about any gold for it or anything?
Nah.
Just take
Happy to do it for free for you.
Oh, you.
Oh, you. Maybe, how about we just go for a drink when we're back?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Hand you the ring.
Okay, yeah.
Their hands touch.
Yes. Lingers on your palm as he places it.
Oh, gross.
How old is he? He's not like.
Oh, he's in his 20s. No, he's in his 20s.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tiefling.
50.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good.
See you later.
See you around.
Struts off. He's like
Yeah,
shredded.
I made sure he was fit.
I still can't believe you just said that.
Did I see that interaction?
I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember how I described it. Oh, he's dark. He's got
Did I see
dark
that
red skin, and he's shredded. He's like a sailor. So he's
He's fit.
Has he got like some tattoos?
Not anywhere that you've seen. Yeah.
Yes.
He's got a tramp stamp.
He absolutely has a tramp stamp.
It's like mummy, like on
Yeah.
his torso.
Oh, those are his
Mom.
tramp stamp is mummy.
Yes. You've seen him worshipping something before. He was praying to something throughout the funeral and stuff. I think I mentioned.
His mum.
So you've seen him worshipping something before, but that could be anything.
I'm trying to think if you saw it similar. I don't think you did.
I mean, I'm not very perceptive, but I am more religious than Aura, so.
Yeah, so he has got a symbol around his neck. So
Always about to not be religious.
apparently, the symbol that you see around his neck as he hands you the ring is it is a maw with a tooth that's been thrust through it. You can roll a religion check if you like.
Go on then, yeah.
Treat yourself.
10.
You recognise
Oh,
it.
neat. Sorry, I know what that is.
I don't think you do. You definitely recognise it. You're like, that is one of the China servants. You can't remember which one it is.
I might ask him about it on late.
Yeah.
So who's your
Okay.
god?
Huh?
Who's your god?
Who's your dad?
Yeah.
So do you worship anyone or?
Just you, babes.
The ground you stand on.
Oh, wow. Okay, so.
Hey, you brought this one yourself.
Let's go. Got the ring. With you, we don't have to role play, but like with Eugenia, because I need to fit the rock pearl onto that. So with his help.
Only we've gone a date. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, sure. So a bit of artificing to add into the mix.
And did you want to try and get my stuff?
Yes, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I mean, unless I see Zeal on his own, I could try.
He generally follows him around like maybe you could, like, during one evening, if he's kind of hopping around, you might be able to
Hop it around.
Just saying, does Zeal follow Sentinel to the toilet?
He kind of bounced in and out, so yeah, he doesn't go into the
Thought that would be like an opportune moment.
But you know, I got a message. Like message.
Yeah, like they're not like he doesn't rest on Sentinel's shoulder like 24/7. You know, he hops about.
Just like 20.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll try and message Theo. So, Theo, could you get me some crafting materials from the Enigmar?
Could you get me some yarn?
I can pay for it. You can respond.
He can because it's telepathic.
Yeah, he can, yeah.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay, I'm not terrible. Persuasion. Oh, that's nearly a 20. 11.
Oh, are you talking to your sister again? Then?
Yes, that's my boy.
No, that's why I'm talking to you.
Oh. I think there's been a misunderstanding.
I sigh. This is going nowhere. I send that back to him as well.
He says, would you, if you were me?
I just shake and then shake my head and then roll my eyes and then slide.
He kind of looks at you and goes.
Why are you so animated? What are you doing?
Oh, just hanging around.
Was that the first time Oxy would have ever heard his voice?
In the
subtle
house.
He was real chatty in the subtle house.
Aww.
Just hanging around.
Hey. You have to.
Lighten up.
I need some papers from the Enigmara.
Oh, you're talking to me now?
Only because I have to.
Cool, you want stuff from me? That's not how you go about doing it. Bye. Leave.
Good night. Okay.
What do I have?
Come on.
Misty step in front of you.
Oh.
Look, okay, I'm sorry.
Are you?
No, you should be sorry. No, you should be sorry, but I need this.
Again, not how you apologise to someone.
I'm not apologizing. You should apologize to me.
Why?
Because you held secrets from me again.
Because you keep stealing my shit.
Are you sore about the porn?
Yeah, I really am. Because that was unfair.
Why are you so butthurt?
Because you're really so bad. And I fucking hate you.
We're just sat here with some popcorn.
They're at it again.
Or it just turns into Cornelius.
Don't make me prepare calm emotions.
Look, I'm sorry for speaking to Dad. If you're sorry for also speaking to Dad.
I'm not sorry for speaking to Dad, but I do accept your apology. Well done.
I did not apologize.
Yeah, you just did. The words that came out of your mouth were, I'm sorry for speaking to Dad. Congratulations, I accept your apology.
If you want to take this as an apology, that's on you. I did not apologize.
Again, do you want me to help you, or do you still want to keep being a brat?
I do need your help.
So apologize. We've done this dance so many times, and you think I'm gonna break. I put my fist up so that Aurelius can just Aurelius give me a little fist bump.
He's just sat cross-legged on the table.
I can apologize, but I can still be mad at you, though.
No, you won't.
Yeah, whatever. I'm sorry for speaking to Dad.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I get some paper from your sugar daddy then?
Oh, damn.
You want to keep being rude. Again, do you want it or not?
I need it, yes.
Say the magic words.
Actually, a very good point. I did not hear a please in any of that.
Please, can I have some paper?
Nicole?
Then yeah, I give however
much you need.
However much I need. I don't know how much I need at the moment, but
It's a few hundred.
I would have known at the time how much.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Big stack of gold, probably more than one hand's worth, but yeah.
In a bag. Well, I can't even go till tomorrow, so I'll just keep holding this for collateral. Bye!
As Sentinel walks off, you see Zeal's like following and looks around at you and just shrugs. Okay, so evening comes around. Another bowl of risotto down.
No, this evening isn't risotto.
Oh, sorry.
This is a different evening.
What's this
Well,
evening?
this was what's-his-face's turn to cook.
Yeah, exactly.
Just make
Cookie
carrots.
making. Just
He sheepishly asks Zarlumai's help.
Okay.
Just, thinking, wondered if you had any ideas.
for carrots.
How many carrots have you chopped and how have you chopped them?
I've done a little bit of what I'm referring to as an aura.
So lots of finely chopped carrots.
Panicked a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Okay.
actually has to add carrots, to be honest, because they don't
They're all a
know
bit squidgy,
Yes.
little bendy.
Okay.
carrot soup.
I think I was going to say, I think this is going to have to be a soup
Oh, it's Italian.
situation. Yeah.
Soup, yeah, all right, yeah.
Do we have any of that cheese? We'll just say it's blue cheese if there's some mould on it.
There is blue on it. It's a bit of blue on there, a bit of purple.
That's
Oh,
fine.
that's
I love
Eugene,
I'm still here, yes.
can we have your... I'll be like, Eugene, we need your help.
Looks around from the many bottles and vials and
Oh yeah, I just stink of like alchemical fumes, and
Fine.
I've got goggles on, and my hands are grotty.
Can you, easily detect if something's poisonous?
Easily no, but I can give it a go. No, but I
Okay,
do.
can you just smell this cheese and tell me if you think it's going to kill us?
It is rotten. It's rotten cheese. Maybe it is rotting.
It'd be rotten.
rotten.
If I knew the situation was getting to this, can I have pre-prepared purified food and drink?
Sure.
Oh yeah, I would be in the
We've
same
skipped
boat.
today, so
Oh, okay.
I mean, could I cut some off for experimentation?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I wouldn't eat that.
Oh,
roll
okay.
a percentile.
You get like some legendary rare mushrooms.
You've cultivated something new.
Divine essence.
It's alive.
16.
Okay. Roll a DC. DC. Roll a harvesting check. So this will be survival.
Yeah, definitely.
Please make me the sickest
You'd have to
poison
roll.
possible out
That
of
was
this.
almost really good.
Yeah, that'll be +8, so 11, 12.
Yeah. You think for a moment, you're like, if this was a little bit more rotten, there could be some kind of interesting fermentation to.
Can I just keep it
Yeah, you just
somewhere
pocket
for a
the
few
cheese.
days? I just let it mature.
Pockets the rotten cheese. Doesn't help. Just looks at it, pockets it.
And I
That's a
sleep.
bit
I forget what we were talking about. I was just doing.
You're lost in thought. Okay, but Freya, I guess you would.
Yeah, I'm going to purify some of the grosser things.
Thanks.
Yes.
So, well, I mean, they're still a bit gross in terms of flavour, but they're not poisonous or diseased.
It's fine. We'll make them taste good.
This
And
is
I'll make some crisp flatbreads as well because we can just do it out of flour and water.
when Cookie sees you purifying the cheese, he's like, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
That is
I mean, it's still rotten. I mean, it's
takes
not
a bit
rotten,
off.
but it's still.
takes a bit off, sniffs it, eats it, hands a bit out. This is a special cheese that they do up in the choruses. It's I can't remember what it's called. I'm gonna roll for him. He has no idea.
Was that that one? Was that one, babes?
It was a 3. Roll a history check.
It's holy cheese.
What does it taste like?
Holy cheese. Oh, I don't.
But it's still going to taste rotten, right? It's just not going to
It
kill
tastes.
you.
I think it tastes bland.
That is a 9.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Purified.
I guess if it's cheese, though, it's,
It's
gonna
purified.
Be quite, like,
It wasn't
strong.
created.
Yeah.
Oh no, because what I mean was, if it's purified, it's still going to have all
The
its
result.
characteristics. It's just not going to
Yeah.
It's
poison
going
you.
to kill you.
So it's still going to
Basically-
be awful.
Let's find out.
I only got 9.
Okay, so there are. You don't know what the cheese is called, but you do know when he talks about the choruses. You're like, oh, okay. There's 2 types of cheese that are big in Astildia,
Law.
right?
I've been wanting this for years.
This is fucking 102. This is chiefly among the choruses.
Do you mean
They
cheese?
are the kings of cheese making. The choruses.
Oh, damn.
Specifically, the Soaring chorus, which is Segville, which is like the chorus of love and affection, and then you have the keen chorus of Taylan, who's the wandering scholar.
Real keen.
You don't know which one it was, but this is a specific type of cheese where they let it rot.
Right.
And then once it's rotten beyond normally where you wouldn't be able to like let it ferment and mold and develop, way beyond it, and then they purify it so that it's safe to eat. And it tastes very odd. It tastes fruity, but it's like an acquired taste, this cheese. It's like a blue cheese, but funky.
Turned up to 11.
Yeah, but completely safe.
I mean, that sounds like it would go real good.
Yeah, I really want to try
with
it.
a carrot soup.
If it's fruity, Jax loves it.
Yeah. So it's got like almost banana-y.
Not that type
Not
of
banana cheese.
Yeah, like fermented.
I don't like banana
It's
cheese.
quite acidic. It's like, yeah.
But it'll balance out with the sweetness of the carrots in the soup.
Yeah, it's got a lot
banana
going on. You could put a bit on the flatbread.
Yeah.
Oh, please put it in the soup.
That kind of cheese is expensive though.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Favourite bit of loin.
I'm gonna like grate it into a bowl so if you want to sprinkle some extra on their soup.
I take the bowl.
Okay, there we
probably
are.
would.
I feel like
Actually.
Charlie's always in his element when he's describing the food bits, because there was the food at the ball, there was my date food, my tasting menu.
This is all we speak about at home.
fancy
Food. No, real food.
You had a MasterChef reference a few weeks ago, and I was like, there's that episode of MasterChef, and then you said it as well. I was like, yeah, I was right, yeah. I can't remember. Oh, it was when they were doing the pasta. You know, they had that little board thing, and they were making the pasta shapes.
Yeah, you
the
did
skills
that.
test.
Yeah.
Well, little aside. So dinner goes well. Soup is all right. Cheese is nice.
I have way too much of this cheese.
You get the cheese sweats very quick.
Those are nightmares for you, Gene.
I'm like paralysed.
Speaking of nightmares,
There we go.
Ethereal plane.
Aura, you set yourself off a little early, maybe.
Bye.
Yeah.
You've still not said anything to us, have you?
Over the last couple of days, I'm going to say this as a DM, and this is something that Aura would have figured out.
This is real dumb.
Because I want to be clear on it. You know, after reflecting on what the apparition said, that by severing your connection with Enthor, you would lose your ability to balance the power of the edge. That means that you know, for an instance, the oath and the power that the oath has given you in commanding a balance between the edge, the power of the edge, and the power of Enthor. That is what created your sword. That the assembly of your sword was based on imbalance, and you've only been able to achieve that when you've had the balance of your wristbands, for example. You believe, and you obviously don't know, you can speak to Enthor, that you would almost definitely lose that, and you would lose any of your divine capabilities.
Racial ones, or just basically paladin?
Anything except your racial ones. So obviously that's your celestial blood you still have, but anything
paladin.
Any paladin based you would lose, and you'd also lose your ability to. Obviously, you can still speak the oath, but it would lose its power. And you also don't know if you would be able to control the power of the edge, as Enthor keeps it in check. But you don't know.
It sounds like you're saying this is a real dumb idea.
It ain't easy killing an ascendant. But equally, for your contemplation as well, what the apparition said was that it means that you can kill, and for example, you can kill anything. You have the capability to without an ascendant killing weapon or an ascendant killing capability. It's not the only way, for example, to kill an ascendant being. There are other ways, such as binding yourself to an incredibly powerful being like Enthor. But
Do you only do it the one time?
Seems so. You can always ask more questions when you speak to the being again.
Yeah. I'm going to start meditation and try and reach out to Enthor.
Okay.
Enthor's going to be real mad.
comes to you quickly. That vibration that's in your sternum kind of echoes through you. You feel it almost like chiming across your ribs, and you appear, and you appear before the edge, this huge, sort of inexorably twisting black sphere. Hello, Aura.
It's been a while.
Yes.
I expect you know what happened.
I have some understanding.
We stopped Xethir getting to the surgepyre, but he has other plans as well. We thought we killed him, but apparently not. It seems he's found a way to survive death, at least at the moment.
I know something of that. And I was there when the being that he worships was killed.
He wants to free them, bring them back. I'm not entirely sure.
I see.
Stopping him is obviously something we need to do.
I would agree.
You said the edge is unstable.
Yes.
Does that mean it's going to expand?
Not while I live.
You were there when the being he follows was killed. Is it in the edge with you?
No. Aura, the death of Xethir's last form. He will return, yes, but his body has not been killed for a very long time since he was resurrected. I'm not sure when that was, but I think what you all did has changed things. There is a culmination of powers around you all. The being that we killed, me and my brothers and sisters, was the vessel for the creature, and we failed to kill it truly. The edge was opened when this creature tried to escape, and it tore through the entanglement, and it punctured a hole to the Malignant Domain. And I was the only one that could stop it from unraveling completely. And so I stood among it, and I'll tell you a story one day. I will tell you. Suffice to say that it changed me, but I managed to stem the flow. Another creature took the scar on its back, a creature called Varden, one of the ones above. It still bears that. And I remain a plug in a bottle of wine, as it were. I am the only thing stopping it from overflowing into the entanglement, and Varden is the only thing that's keeping the wound from growing. What you did with Xethir, I sense your uncertainty. I feel it.
I was offered a chance. You say you failed to truly kill it. I may have a way to do that. But there's a price.
What is that?
Our ability to connect and the certainty of death for me.
These things all have a price.
You said once that when we couldn't make the balance with the light, we sometimes had to bind the darkness to ourselves and use that.
Yes, and in binding the darkness, we have to have an equal force to control it. That is what the Serene is. Tell me, what came to you?
Death. We're a messenger. Death. They offered me the moth coin.
You feel a kind of tremble through that, a recognition. You do not need the moth coin. But this marks a change. As I said, things are moving around your group. Do not accept the moth coin. Ask the creature who used the moth coin. Understand the cost, not just in your death. And your death will be a loss, not just to me and your friends, but to the mission that you wish to complete. Reject it, and I offer you something in return. Come to the edge once more. I will find you in the dark, and I will bring you to me once again. The choice is yours, Aura. And with that, you feel a connection break, and you are back in the room on the boat, everyone around you getting ready for bed. And that is where we will end. Thanks for joining us. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram and listen to us wherever you get your podcasts.